Hello, my name is Jasmine Clark, and this is my project 2 of the game scripting class. I did a lot of changes since the first part of my project. I have changed the lock and key. Um, I took out the control panel and put in the lock and key blueprints that I liked it better. I end up changing it with the open door close. It's just like it's just probably similar, just like to the regular one that I did, but I changed it using like the third person character, adding the get player controller, so I'll be able to pick up the key and make sure it's like a little. It shows like I have it like in my inventory, so I have the key. I branched it to make a decision and gated it out to open and close the door to see if it checks to see if I have the key and see if I have the key. And then I also have the door to set location. I used it to I split it to make sure I had the right location so it can go upwards and going instead of going sideways or rotating. And I had it in the blueprint for that. Same thing with the keys, like the same thing. I just added the sound effect. I also added the sound effect for the door as well when I open up the door. So right here is the exact same thing as with the door, with getting like seeing if the character had the key to open up the door and everything. And I just added the sound effect as well to get the actor location and then destroy the object once it's been used. Also with the lights, I multi-light puzzle right here. With the lights, I also added it. I changed one of the variables to an array. So once I did it for the each loop break, and I changed it for an array. So once it came out and I made a decision, it was set to see, make sure the color is turned green, and if it's not turned green, it'll turn red. And make sure it's on each point of the each light that I have set for the puzzle. So when I also set it for the variable. I mean, not the variable, for the static. For the static mesh, I also bring it as a the light reference. I added to see to make sure. So once the light is red, it'll set the color to be red, and then also it will set the color to be green once the object is on the trigger. And I think that's everything that I changed. And then also for the falling block, I made sure everything. I used this as a reference for the is physics. This is just for the. I made a variable, which is a boolean, that see if the physics is effect, and I added the static mesh in for the reference for the simulated physics. Once I did that, I also added another blueprint that's the activate physics boolean. And I also added, I made it a variable to make the blocks an array since I have 6 blocks. So, and I did it for every loop for event actor begin overlap. So I made sure to make this an array. So all the blocks when I use for the variable, so for my trigger, I added the blocks in for the array. Then I added an event so it can be on every event overlap. So once I did that for loop body, I brought in the variable is physics to the array elements to make sure to see if each one of those are turned on physics. And yeah, that's all of them. I'm sorry I'm not explaining it correctly, but let's hit the play. Still right here, I still have stop, go to the right. Just say go to the left. Go to the door to find the key, and then right here said go to the right. And once you go through here through the door, I have the puzzle. You see each block had different colors, and then on the ground each one has the color right each one's supposed to be, and the light, which is all, it kind of looked like a pinkish color. I was trying to make it as red as possible, but it still came out pink, and I made this one as red as I could. So each block have each one. So I kind of mixed it up to see. I know it's pretty hard for you like to push the block onto the trigger, But I need to change that. I think I need to turn off the Z-axis, I think. And you see this one as well over there. You see it turn green once I put it on the trigger. I'm not good with mouse and key, I'm just saying, but I'm doing my best. I am putting it on here, make sure that's on green. You see it's still up there, still red. And you gotta put this one in the middle. Oh no. Go, 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 go. There we go, green. And it turned green. Then once I came out of here, I'm supposed to have another text to come up to tell you to go to up the stairs. And once I go up the stairs, I have two triggers up here, which is activate the particles and activate the physics for the blocks to fall. The first one will make the blocks fall, and then the second one will be the physics for the particles. And I'm going to add later once the blocks fall and the particles activate. I wanted to be destroy the blocks, so the blocks will get destroyed after that. Then once I go in here, go in the door, and I get my keys. Press E. Got my key. Sound effects, really cool. And once I do that, I go over here, unlock the door, and voila, we're here, victory. So yeah, I don't know why. I think something is going on when I actually no, I have another one where, let me exit out. I do have another one where when I go up to the door, it does make a sound. So when it's locked, so yeah, see, still locked. So yeah, I want to make a sound when I open up the key door and make a sound like woohoo, victory. So yeah, that's the next thing I'll be working on. And so yeah, this is for my project 2, and thank you guys so much for watching.